Yeah, let me pull up Tensor real quick. Um, I still own a small bit of Tensor, but I'm actually going to be I'm actually gonna I'm interested in the node for Tensor. Tensor is a really nice project, but from a chart perspective, is not looking too hot. Um, from a chart perspective, is not looking the greatest. Now I know from a tech standpoint, there's and Veo, you can probably tell me a little bit more as well. It's been a little while since I've refreshed myself on Tensor. But as you can see the chart here, we got into Tensor about right here, actually. Because I don't know what pumped the price, but we actually got in right here as a community. Went crazy. I ended up not selling because at this top here, because I thought, hey, look, this is this is basically a Tau level play. What these guys are building. Actually, I'm going to share as well my one of the threads that I did on Tensor that kind of covers some timeless information about it. But there has been, some concerns about the kind of predatory nature of Tau. And again, I'm not trying to FUD anybody out their bags or anything like that. But
Always make your own
there,
financial
we'll
decisions. You click your own buttons. So yeah,
right. Like I'm not putting a gun to your head
yeah.
and forcing you to hit sell or buy on any of this, but I cover a lot of it in this thread that I have shared. Um, but when we first saw this project, it was under $2. It went to like I think it was like $60 or something like that. But basically, it's an L1 blockchain. It'll power, LLMs. It can power things like AI agents. But it's fully decentralized. It's censorship resistant. It's malleable, scalable. And in this thread, I also kind of talk about the reasons, kind of and I don't even think the community wants me to talk about Tau, but I'll still do it anyway because I think it's an important part of my thesis around Tensor. But there are a lot of like large holders that dominate the network in Tau. And so that it makes it harder for like new innovation to kind of be built. And so Tensor has this kind of peer-to-peer model, which allows for more decentralization, more censorship resistance, and the most important part is greater affordability, so more devs can build. And essentially, the more builders you can get on a network, the greater the value of that network, right? And so we saw that's kind of the big, and I don't want to go too deep. Again, I'm not trying to FUD anyone out of their bags or anything like that. But that's kind of the crux of it. Tau walked so Tensor can run. Tensor was a proof of concept, and or Tau was a proof of concept, and Tensor now comes in to improve where it falls short. So that's where Tau comes in. I am still interested in Tau, but MRC, I have sold my position. Full disclosure, simply because of the chart, and I am still interested. I want to see if I can, get some nodes. I know mainnet is coming up in these next couple of months. So I would love to get some nodes. But just from a trader's mentality, from a trader, when it broke that high time frame structure, the chart has just kind of been in free fall ever since. So it'll probably end up being an attractive buy at these lows, but there's not enough volume on Ethereum right now to justify a buy on mainnet. So I'm actually just going to kind of watch it over the next months. As you can see, in my my deck screener here, I actually have it under my main bags list. It's still in my main bags list, Tensor, because I'm still, I still think it can do really well.